The universe didn't have to exist, nothing forced it to. And that's the scariest part. Why is there something rather than nothing? It is the scariest question. It sits with you in the quiet moments. You look up at the night sky. You see the countless stars. Each star is a sun. Many have planets of their own. You see the vast, dark emptiness between them. And the question comes back, why all of this? Why does any of it exist at all? It feels so solid, so real. This question is different from others. We can ask how the stars formed. We can ask how life began on Earth. Science gives us tools to find those answers. We can build telescopes. We can study fossils. We can create theories and test them. But the question of existence itself is deeper. It pushes past the how and demands a why. It's a question that lives at the border of science and philosophy. It challenges the very foundation of what we know. It reminds us that our own existence, this moment of thought and wonder, is part of this grand, baffling cosmic display. We think in terms of space, but in true nothingness, there is no space. We think in terms of time, but there would be no time, no before, no after, just an endless, featureless state of non-being. The fact that we are here, in a universe filled with galaxies, planets, people, instead of that nothingness, is the most profound mystery of all. It's a puzzle that has captivated thinkers for thousands of years, and it continues to inspire our greatest scientific quests. So, we begin our journey with this unsettling thought. Our universe may be an exception, but the act of asking the question is what makes us human. It is the engine of our curiosity. It drives us to look deeper, to explore farther, and to try to understand our place in this vast and mysterious cosmos. The journey to an answer, even if we never fully arrive, is a story worth telling. To understand why anything is here, we must first look at how it all began. Our best scientific story of creation is the Big Bang. This wasn't an explosion in space. It was the beginning of space itself. It was the start of time itself. Before the Big Bang, there was no before. There was nowhere for an explosion to happen. All the space, all the matter, all the energy were once packed into an incredibly hot, unbelievably dense point, a state smaller than a single atom. Then, about 13.8 billion years ago, it all began to expand. This expansion wasn't like a bomb going off. It was the fabric of space itself stretching out in all directions. Think of a balloon with dots drawn on it. As you inflate the balloon, the dots move away from each other, not because they are moving across the balloon's surface, but because the surface itself is expanding. In the same way, galaxies are moving away from each other because the space between them is growing. This expansion is still happening today. It is the primary evidence that our universe had a beginning. It started from a single unified point and has been evolving ever since. In the first fractions of a second, the universe was a chaotic soup of energy and fundamental particles. It was hotter and denser than anything we can imagine. As it expanded, it cooled. This cooling allowed energy to transform into matter. Protons, neutrons. Then, after a few 100,000 years, the universe cooled enough for these particles to combine and form the first atoms. Hydrogen, helium. The universe became transparent for the first time, and light could travel freely through space. This ancient light is something we can still detect today. This is the cosmic story of our origins, a story of expansion, cooling, and the gradual formation of structure. From that initial hot, dense state, gravity began to pull matter together. It formed the first stars. It formed the first galaxies. Inside those stars, nuclear fusion cooked the simple elements into heavier ones. Carbon in our bodies, iron in our blood. When these stars died, they scattered these new elements across the cosmos. This material then formed new stars. This material then formed new planets. And on at least one of these planets, life emerged. Our own existence is a direct consequence of this 13,800,000,000 year-long cosmic evolution. The Big Bang Theory is a triumph of modern science. It explains so much about the universe we observe. It explains the expanding space. It explains the leftover heat, and predicts the abundance of the lightest elements in the cosmos. Our physics works wonderfully to describe the universe from a tiny fraction of a second after the beginning all the way to the present day. We have laws of gravity and quantum mechanics that guide us. They are the rulebook for how the cosmos operates. But there is a problem, a big one. When we try to run the clock all the way back to the absolute beginning, our rulebook fails. The laws of physics, as we currently understand them, break down. At that very first moment, the universe was both infinitesimally small and infinitely dense. We would need a theory that unifies gravity with quantum mechanics. We don't have that theory yet. It is the holy grail of modern physics. Without it, the moment of creation remains shrouded in mystery. This breakdown is a fundamental barrier. Science hits a wall. Our tools fail at time zero, a frontier where known laws cease to apply. This is where the question, why is there something rather than nothing, moves into speculation and possibility. Did the universe just pop into existence from nothing? Was it born from a pre-existing state we can't comprehend? Did the laws of physics themselves come into being along with the universe? These are the questions that arise when our own rules can no longer guide us. We are left to wonder at the edge of a great, dark unknown. Faced with the breakdown of physics at the start, we must consider different possibilities. One idea is that the universe exists simply by random chance. It just happened. There was no reason. There was no cause. It was a statistical fluke. Imagine a bubbling foam of quantum potential. Tiny fluctuations occur, particles appear and vanish. By pure luck, one fluctuation was big and stable enough not to disappear. It expanded. It became our universe. This view can feel unsatisfying. We are creatures who look for causes and reasons. To be told that the grandest thing of all, existence itself, just happened for no reason at all can feel empty. It's like winning the lottery. There is no deep reason your ticket was chosen. It's fantastically improbable, but not impossible. The random chance view suggests our universe is like a run of 1,000 heads. In an infinite sea of possibilities, it was bound to happen eventually. We just happen to be living in the result of that one lucky cosmic event. This perspective removes the need for a creator or a pre-existing plan. It puts existence in the realm of probability. The universe doesn't need a why, any more than a roll of dice needs a why. Another possibility takes the idea of random chance and expands it. What if our universe isn't the only one? What if it's just one of countless universes? This is the idea of the multiverse. Our universe is just a single bubble in a vast cosmic ocean of other bubble universes. Each bubble could have different laws, some with stronger gravity, some with different fundamental particles. Most would be sterile and empty, collapsing immediately or expanding too fast for stars to form. The multiverse arises from advanced theories, including string theory and cosmic inflation, suggesting big bangs might happen again and again, new universes forming like bubbles in boiling water. If there are infinite universes, then everything that can happen will happen. It is no longer surprising that a universe like ours exists. With infinite tickets, a winner is guaranteed. Our existence is not a lucky accident. It is an inevitability. We live in one of the universes where conditions were just right for stars, planets, life to form. We couldn't exist in the hostile ones. So it's no surprise we find ourselves in a universe hospitable to us. We have, in a sense, selected ourselves. It's like waking up in a house and wondering why it has breathable air and a comfortable temperature. You couldn't have woken up in a house on fire or at the bottom of the ocean. Beyond random chance and infinite universes lies another possibility. This idea is as old as human thought. Perhaps there is a reason for it all. Perhaps the universe exists because it was intended to exist. Not an accident or inevitability, but the result of a purpose or a will. It moves the question out of the laboratory and into philosophy and theology. There may be a why that science cannot answer. This doesn't require a specific story. It can be a cosmic principle, a creative force, or a fundamental consciousness. It is the belief that the universe has meaning. The intricate laws, the galaxy's beauty, and the emergence of consciousness are not just happy accidents. They may be part of a larger plan. The universe is not just a random collection of matter and energy, but a story unfolding. Science explains the how. It can describe the Big Bang with precision. It can detail stellar evolution. It can unravel the genetic code. But science cannot answer questions of purpose. It cannot tell us if our lives have meaning. It cannot prove or disprove a creator or a fundamental reason for being. These questions fall outside the scientific method: observation, experimentation, testable hypotheses. To consider this view is to acknowledge the limits of our tools. We may need intuition, philosophy, and faith. As we study the universe, we find something quite strange. The laws of physics seem exquisitely fine-tuned for life. The fundamental constants of nature, the strength of gravity, the mass of an electron, the energy of empty space, have values in a very narrow, life-permitting range. If these were slightly different, the universe would be sterile. No stars, no planets, no people. If gravity were stronger, a rapid collapse. If weaker, no stars or galaxies, just cold, diffuse gas. No stars to light the night, no suns to warm planets. Life as we know it would be impossible. Our existence depends on finely balanced forces. Consider the nuclear force. A little weaker, only hydrogen, no carbon, no oxygen, no iron, no building blocks of planets and people. If the nuclear force were stronger, stars would burn so quickly that there wouldn't be time for life to evolve. Our universe seems balanced on a knife's edge, a tiny nudge, and we would not be here. This fine-tuning is one of physics' biggest puzzles. Why do the constants have these values? A lucky coincidence? A multiverse with many possible values? Or a deeper purpose? A universe designed with us in mind? This observation leads to a powerful and controversial idea. The fine-tuning leads us to the anthropic principle. In its simplest form, we observe the universe to be the way it is because if it were any different, we wouldn't be here to observe it. It sounds circular, but it's a profound observation. It's a form of selection bias. We can only find ourselves in a universe that can produce observers. It's no surprise the universe we see is life-friendly, because we are the life it produced. There are two main versions. The weak version is not controversial. We exist where and when conditions allow life. Like a fish wondering why it's in water. It couldn't exist anywhere else. The strong version suggests the universe must allow life, hinting something special about life and consciousness. This borders on philosophical and purposeful views. It suggests that conscious beings who can look back and understand the cosmos are a fundamental feature of the universe. The anthropic principle doesn't fully answer why. It doesn't explain how the fine-tuning came to be, but it reframes the question powerfully. It connects our existence to the properties of the cosmos. We are not outside looking in. We are a part of the universe. We are the means by which it becomes aware of itself. Through our eyes it sees its beauty. Through our minds it ponders its existence. So, where does this leave us? We have explored several possibilities. The universe might be a random accident. It might be one of countless universes in a multiverse. It might be the product of a purpose or design we cannot comprehend. We have seen apparent fine-tuning and the anthropic lens. Each idea is profound and mind-stretching, and none is definitive. We end where we began, back with the question. We may never have a final answer. It may be beyond us. But perhaps the goal isn't an answer. Perhaps it's to live with the question that fuels our curiosity, science, and philosophy. It is the source of wonder and discovery. We are not content to simply exist. We want to understand. We look back to the dawn of time. We model the fabric of reality. We write poetry and music to express our awe. We are defined by a relentless quest for knowledge. The scariest question is also the most inspiring. In the end, there is a peace in the mystery. We are small, on a tiny planet around a typical star, in one of countless galaxies. Yet we are part of the tapestry. We are made of stardust. We are the universe thinking about itself. For a brief moment we are aware, able to ask, and that perhaps is enough. The universe exists, and we are here to witness it. What a magnificent thought.